Hello and welcome to Glasgow, the home of the 2014 Commonwealth Games, and for this weekend, the inaugural Rugby League Commonwealth Championships. Yes, welcome to Scotland for this very special Nines event where 8 teams from 4 continents go into 2 pools to decide the best Nines in the Commonwealth. And who better to join alongside me than Steve McCormack after a very successful World Cup with Scotland. Back here in Scotland, great to be back here off the back of the World Cup, but also ahead of the Commonwealth Games.
Absolutely fantastic. You know, there was a legacy, what people said they wanted to put down after the World Cup in October, and to have the Commonwealth tournament here, you know, in a couple of weeks it's the main tournament, but you know, the special Rugby League tournament with all the countries taking part, all the young athletes, and you know, it's an exciting place to be.
And an event like this, is it all about keeping it on the international stage?
Yeah, of course it is. You know, we've got to do more things like this. You know, that certainly a Nines concept as well. You know, to bring, you know, some of these young players who ultimately will hopefully perform in the 2017 World Cup. You know, we speak about, you know, giving these players the avenue to play top class rugby league, and to play in the Nines is a fantastic concept.
Well, Steve, you're going to be with us throughout the day, but we've already had one day of action-packed games. Richard Stead talks us through it.
The brightly attired match officials weren't the only shock at Broadwood Stadium on day one of the Rugby League Commonwealth Championship. Rugby League Novices Canada surprised an enthusiastic crowd with a win over much-fancied England. The Wolverines, along with a powerful PNG side, both qualified for the semi-finals from Group B. And if they can show some of the quality seen here by fullback Cole Heffer, they could go on to cause a major upset.
Oh, I'm ecstatic. Like, we came to this tournament knowing that we were good athletes, but we never played rugby league. We could have never dreamed of what we've done today.
Just expand on that then. The majority, if not all, of the Canadian squad hasn't played rugby league before.
There's with the squad of 15, 13 of us have never played. We have one named James. He plays rugby league over in Australia. And Lucas Silver, he's played rugby league for Canada, but other than that, no one has played rugby league before.
And how big for you and the team that you're leading would it be to come back tomorrow and win the entire thing?
Yes, we'll go back and we'll work on our game plans. We are going to set a good game plan for tomorrow. Today is gone, and we'll face tomorrow. We will give all our hearts for PNG.
England, meanwhile, had to settle for 3rd spot in Group B, but did salvage some pride by ending the day with a win over South Africa. Son of former GB star Steve Hampson, Curtis was in no doubt of what England had to do on day 2.
We'll show them what we're made of. Well, we had a bit of slow start against Canada, a bit disappointing, but then against Papua New Guinea, we lost, but it was a close game, close fought game, a very physical side, but we ramped up, being quite a small side ourselves, playing with a lot of backs and back rows and things, no props really, so it was a tough day, and then we topped it off against South Africa. We ended how we should have started really, but that's rugby really, isn't it? You know what I mean, some shock performances, especially watching Scotland show Australia what for, and yeah, it was a good day, really good day, but a little bit disappointing.
It's the first time more than half of our team has played, but it was really fun for us, a new thing, and we can only get better, so it was a good day.
Just give us an insight on where rugby league stands in South Africa, because rugby union is obviously massive. Is rugby league growing?
Well, it is growing. Rugby union is a lot bigger. It's huge in South Africa, but I can see every day new people come to the practice at league. So we're definitely growing, and like I said, we're gonna get better.
Australia winning Group A was no surprise, but the fact that they were held to a thrilling draw by Scotland showed that the Bravehearts were continuing the excellent progress the senior players showed in last year's World Cup.
We came in with ambition. We're going to play as Australia, and we're not going to let them walk over the top. But we never thought we'd come out with that result. 18-0 was cracking. Good game, yeah.
But you must feel drawing with Australia, beating Jamaica, and you're still not in the top 2. It was almost a group of death, wasn't it?
Yeah. Well, we knew we had quite a hard group. We knew Wales would be a good competitor, but we were hoping to go out and give Wales a good game. Hopefully beat them, but we came short. But beating Jamaica and then drawing with Australia, it's just unlucky, to be honest.
The job's not done, we've still got another day, so the boys will be a bit upset over their last game, but we've still got another day and we've got to lift from here on out.
It's rugby league, 99 times out of 100 if Australia are in a tournament, they're the favourites. Does that bring an added pressure that you've had to come halfway around the world and people are expecting you to win this thing?
Yeah, a lot of pressure. Everyone voted us favourites, and it's a lot of pressure to live up to, but we just got to deal with that and just keep playing like we're not the favourites, just like underdogs, just respecting all the other teams is they're good in it.
The Reggae Boys from Jamaica couldn't repeat their success from the Carnegie Floodlit Nines and finished without a win. They did show plenty of flair along the way though. Wales, by contrast, booked their place in the semi-finals with some typically exciting play and rugged determination. Look out for this young man in the future, flying winger James Taylor, who proved more than a handful in all of the group games.
Team performance has been brilliant today. We had a good win against Scotland, unlucky against Australia, but as you say, we beat the Jamaicans just now, 2 tries. It was a good performance, I think.
What's the key to playing well in nines?
I think it's just a fast game, fast play of the balls. We need to wrap the players up, and just the fitness really. It's much harder than 13s and anything else I've ever played.
You're quite new to rugby league.
Yeah.
What do you make of the nines and the day itself, the event?
I love it. It's brilliant. It's a great atmosphere. All the fans are great, and it's brilliant. Good experience for me, really.
And how far can Wales go in this tournament?
I want to get to the final. I just want to go all the way, to be honest with you, because I think we have the potential to win the game, and that's what I want to do.
Yeah, we're going to refocus on. When we go back, we're going to sit down as a team, talk, and discuss all problems, and then it's going to be good tomorrow.
So that was a story from day one. And Steve, Canada causing a bit of an upset, beating England and then South Africa.
Well, nobody expected that. Some of the performances from those Canadian players was unbelievable, really. I think when you saw the quality of the tries they've scored, and when they're playing against England the first game, I think a few of them played rugby league for the very first time today. So that's an unbelievable result, and not only to beat England but to back that up as well and to get a semi-final spot is fantastic.
And for Scotland as well, a draw against Australia, who no doubt will come into a competition like this as favourites.
Yeah, so near yet so far, but I think that's the only point, or the only time that a Scotland team has ever got a point against an Australian team, and the performance what they put in there, some of the young players and some of the actual skill levels, and to nearly beat them, but the Aussies have got that little special ability just to not get beat, haven't they? They're an outstanding team, so we'll take a lot of heart from that.
For people at home that maybe haven't seen a nines tournament before, what can they expect? Is it a bit more fast-paced? Will it be different because it's on AstroTurf even?
I think a little bit of both. I think the surface does go for a very fast game, but nines is fast, it's exciting, the skill levels are good. You've got outstanding athletes on there, so there's a lot more space for these athletes to exploit. And as I said, some of the action we've already seen from the first couple of games have been outstanding.
Quick prediction from you. Who do you think we're going to see win, or maybe in the final, do you reckon? I
think the PNG team, there's got some experience in there. As we said previously, the quick and some of the quality of tries they've scored is superb. But the Canadians, if they've started the tournament really well, so who knows what they can do.
Steve, thanks very much for now. After this break, we'll have all the action from day 2 of the Rugby League Commonwealth Championships here on Premier Sports.